Oh my goodness, we're here at the Budokan in Tokyo, Japan. This is fantastic. We're at the Budokan. I'm playing with my band, Mr. Big, and I can't wait. It's going to be an amazing show tonight. And but let's get right to it. Want to look at some pedals?
Yes, like a gear run.
I've got my pedal board. You want to check it out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, today I'm using something that I hardly ever use, which is a wireless system. It's such a big gig. So the first thing is the wireless that I've rented. It seems to be working good so far. That goes straight to my little pedal board. And my little pedal board, I've got an A-B switcher.
Yes.
So that way I can switch between my main guitar,
Yes.
and I can also play my my little teeny guitar. And this one's tuned with, it's got 3 strings on it. You can see here, I'll show it to you. It's got 3 strings tuned in octaves, and that way I can do this crazy, Now, it kept going, and that's from my delay pedal. So the way that works is if you play something, and it just keeps going. So that's that. From there, it goes to my big pedal board, and the first thing I've got is a compressor. I use that for a clean sound, so I turn off my distortion pedal, turn on the compressor. There we go. And I turn my flanger on, and I get a nice sparkly. So that's my clean sound. But usually I have, going into the end here, I've got my Mojo DC electronic pedal on all the time when I'm not playing clean, which is pretty much all the time. And then I've got one. This one's kind of disguised. It's a, what is that one? A Voodoo Labs Micro Vibe, which gives me that sort of whoa, Got a Robin Trowery thing. As we talked about before, I've got my flanger. It's an old vintage ADA flanger. Just a little swirly, late 70s, 80s kind of sound. And then we get to all the distortion pedals. I have my amp running totally clean. So if I just turn off, if I've got right now I've got everything bypassed. The delay's still on, but that's what the Marshall sounds like. So it's really clean. So almost all the time I've got my TC Mojo pedal. That's my main tone. So it sort of gives me like a medium amount of distortion, like. And so that's enough where I can play really dynamically. Like if we have a song that goes like this, where I go. And I can play with my fingers, and I can control it. And then, of course, for the rock songs, I always turn on a couple more distortion pedals. So I've got an AC booster, which is kind of the thick, But again, that's in combination with the Mojo. So that's 2 overdrives together going into a clean amp. And then I've also have the Distortion Plus. I tend to use that. That actually kind of thins out the sound, which makes it a little easier for picking. So if I'm going to do, and then I'll actually turn on all 3 pedals. I'll turn AC booster on, and then I'll turn the MXR Distortion Plus on. So that's a nice picking attack. Now the thing is, with 3 distortion pedals, that can be really noisy. So I put the MXR Distortion Plus inside the TC Sentry noise gate. So that way, I can turn that one on, and there's no increase in noise at all. But I've got a nice rock sound ready to go. And I can still play pretty dynamically. So that's really nice to be able to. And it's been such a long time since I used a noise gate, and this one just works so good And it's so easy to set because the LED tells you when it's in and out. I was really happy with that one. And the other pedal that I have on all the time is the TC Alter Ego delay, and you can hear, you know, just that little slap, which, especially, I mean, this is the Budokan, so there's some reverb in the room, but sometimes you get to a room that's like really dry, and you just feel like naked, and this one, you know, it puts some clothes on. It just makes you a little more comfortable when you're playing, so I don't get nervous, and it's just nice having that little bit, because basically it makes every room sound like the Budokan.
Yes.
To have that little, you know, the same kind of thing. So that's just, I never turn that off. That's on all the time. From there we go to my Marshall.
Yes.
This is a like vintage style 100-watt head, 1959 SLP. It's a reissue. It's not it's not actually old, but it's an old design. And I just have it set up, you know, in the second channel, which is a little warmer, and going through both cabinets. I stack it up so I can hear it because it just goes right to my ears. And that's pretty much it. That's my electric guitar setup. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
See,
Thank you.
for the pedals that I leave on all the time.
Thank you.